April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and William Myers, CEO and president of CASA of the River Region, joins me this morning with information and insight we all could use. First and foremost, Will, thanks so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we continue to hear media reports that across the country, we are seeing less and less reporting of child abuse and neglect, but that's really deceiving, isn't it?
It is. And, it's a bit of a misnomer because people think that because there are less reports, child abuse isn't happening. But unfortunately, we're seeing in some places 65% decrease in reports. And the fallout of this is that the people who traditionally are reporters, teachers, physicians, other people who will see the child outside the family, they're not seeing the kids now, and so they don't have the ability to report. And so we understand that child abuse has gone up significantly, unfortunately, as children are at home and there are more stressors in the family, but it's just not being reported because they don't have that access to outside sources.
What is, and I think this will be a benefit because we understand how important your organization is combating that, but what is the mission of CASA?
CASA trains community volunteers to be a voice for children. So children who are abused and neglected go into family court, and CASA trains people from all walks of life and all backgrounds to advocate for those children, to get to know them, to ensure that they're getting their essential needs taken care of, and then to report back to the judge on what that child specifically needs and how their lives can improve.
Can you, and I hate to even ask you to do this, but can you paint a picture of just how very serious this is, in particular in Kentucky?
I can. So, unfortunately, Kentucky has the recognition of being number one in the country for child abuse. It's not a spot that we are proud of, and it's something that we do want to decrease. And so, volunteers can help by advocating for the kids, by making sure that someone else is looking out for them, and by helping to prevent that re-abuse, because we do know that CASA has an impact on preventing re-abuse in families and ensuring that children have a safe and stable home.
Well, switching gears to something that's a little lighter and more positive, those volunteers mean absolutely everything. And April is also Volunteer Appreciation Month, and you want to acknowledge them, but encourage others to consider trying this out now. Don't wait until after we've assumed some sort of normal, whatever that's going to look like.
Yeah. Yeah, we are so fortunate to have our volunteers. We had 235 last year who advocated for 619 children. It was just a really spectacular year for volunteerism and people who wanted to help children. And we are grateful to them, and we need more people to help do that. Because Kentucky has that recognition of being worse in the country, there are unfortunately a large number of children who need an advocate. And so if people are interested, they can go to our website, they can schedule a call with our volunteer outreach to try to see if it might be a good fit for them, and figure out what it looks like as we navigate this COVID-19 crisis and how we can get them to advocate for children.
And again, this isn't something to wait until the crisis is over. There's a crisis that's occurring and that your organization is taking on head first. But that also means we're talking with nonprofits from all over the community. You are also facing what so many are in terms of a decrease in monetary donations, which you desperately need to continue.
We do, yes. So unfortunately, we've had to cancel a number of our events. So we do need donations to help shore up our ability to operate. We're also helping families who need that extra help because maybe they haven't received their unemployment yet, or they need some extra financial assistance. The Bass Family Charitable Foundation generously gave us a donation to help families directly so that we can support them and help them with their needs. And we do need income to help our organization to operate because our staff are still really active. They're contacting volunteers, they're supporting them, they're giving them whatever they need to be effective. And our volunteers are still doing amazing work. Right now, our volunteers have stopped by kids' houses and given them writing equipment so that they can write notes to each other, which has really excited the kids. They've done drive-by birthday celebrations to try to honor those kids and let them know that somebody is available who cares. Everybody's really pitching in to do the most they can to support our kids right now.
And that is something that if someone is looking for a great way to give back, CASA is offering one. Thank you so much, Will, for joining us this morning. Again, it's Child Abuse Prevention Month, but it's also Volunteer Appreciation Month. CASA always needs volunteer advocates. There are children waiting and needing someone today to be their voice, to look out for them, to tell their story. You can learn more at casarr.org today.
Thank you.